Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News from Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, starting today's news is the meeting with voters in Tan Chau district. Recently, the deputies of Tay Ninh Provincial People Council and the People Council of Tan Chau district had a meeting with voters in Tan Chau Town and Tan Dom Commune.
Attending the meeting on behalf of the deputies of Tay Ninh Provincial People's Council, there were Mr. Mai Văn Hải, head of the Economic and Budget Board of Tay Ninh Province, and Ms. Nguyễn Thị Hiếu, Director of Department of Environment and Natural Resources. In Tan Chau Town, the voters reflected issues such as traffic safety corridor encroachment, the medicines covered by the health insurance are insufficient. The construction progress of the road to Tan Chau market is still too slow, affecting the lives of the people. Meanwhile, the voters in Tan Dom Commune suggested that solutions should be taken to overcome the situation that a lot of soil, sand, and rocks scattered on the roads at two gathering points of some enterprises in Tan Hưng hamlet. Install more lights at the intersection of the 795 and 793 roads. In addition, the voters here also proposed to strictly handle the activities of bringing people to Vietnam illegally during the complicated COVID-19 epidemic. In order to give strength to the forces involved in the control and prevention of the COVID-19 epidemic on the borderline, Mr. Trương Nhật Quang, the party secretary of Trang Bang Town, accompanied by all the local leaders and sponsors, recently visited and gave gifts to the units on duty at Phước Chỉ border post. This time, the delegation offered more than 100 gifts with a total value of more than 40 million Vietnam dong contributed by small traders in markets, sponsors in and outside the town, according to the mobilization of leaders at all levels, agencies and branches. Secretary Trương Nhật Quang expressed hope that the officers and soldiers can overcome difficulties while implement the prevention and control of COVID-19 epidemic and ensure border security. The leaders of Phước Chỉ border post and representatives of the group involved in the prevention and control of the COVID-19 epidemic said that with 14.6 kilometers of borderline, Trang Bang has set up 12 checkpoints. 100% of officials and soldiers always uphold the fighting spirit, trying to fulfill the assigned task, being worthy of the belief of the party, the state, and the locals.
Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Department of Information and Communications, as of August 20, the whole province had nearly 150,000 people installing and using Blue Zone application, which had to detect loose contact with COVID-19 cases, accounting for 12.45% of the population, ranking 24 out of 63 provinces and cities nationwide, and to intensify prevention measures and rapid response to the COVID-19 pandemic in health facilities. Ho Chi Minh City Infection Control Society cooperated with the Department of Health of Tay Ninh Province to organize a training course and provide outside technical support.
The training course lasts for 3 days, starting from August 28, 2020, with the participation of more than 50 staff, nurse, doctors, medical staff of medical units under Tay Ninh Department of Health and other non-public hospitals in the province. Dr. Nguyễn Văn Cường, Deputy Director of the Provincial Department of Health, said that Tay Ninh is in high-risk local group of COVID-19 epidemic because of sharing a long borderline with Cambodia. Meanwhile, the epidemic situation in Vietnam is still complicated. Most of the infections are at risk from health facility. Therefore, the epidemic prevention and rapid response in health facilities are the central tasks to ensure the health of patients, their relatives, and medical staff. During the 3-day training course, the trainees are instructed on skills in handling and responding to COVID-19 by Associate Professor Dr. Lê Thị Anh Thư, President of Ho Chi Minh City Infection Control Society and medical experts. Tay Ninh is the 22nd locality to hold the training course under the project supporting for COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic response in Vietnam, funded by the Partnership for Health Advancement in Vietnam, from the Emergency Reserve Fund for Contagious Infectious Diseases at the U.S. Agency for International Development to provide technical assistance to provincial and district hospitals to best implement the guidelines and regulations of the Ministry of Health on COVID-19 in the new stage.
Starting from the third quarter of 2020, Tay Ninh Province is regularly implementing the project of implementing the national program One Commune, One Product (OCOP) in the province. The total cost for the project in 2020 is estimated at over 1.8 billion Vietnam dong.
15 products are proposed for support to develop into OCOP products in Tay Ninh Province in 2020, including tea products of Tan Chau district, Badang custard apple, large banana in Tay Ninh City, pomelo and fermented tofu produced in Tân Biên district, chili salt and durian in Go Dau district, and the Westic rice paper in Trang Bang Town. Those products that are evaluated and ranked for a 3-star rate or above will be supported in trade promotion to speed up local consumption, gradually participate in national and international markets. In order for the project to be implemented effectively, the Provincial People's Committee asked districts, towns and cities to prioritize the development of key product groups, those advantages to develop tourism in rural areas. Communes should be guided and directed to implement OCOP scheme according to the plan of the District People's Committee. Districts, towns and cities also need to carry out the inspection and supervision in their locality to promptly handle problems arising in the process of supporting economic organizations, establishments and production households to participate in the OCOP project. Hùng Hậu Agricultural Production and Service Cooperative in Hòa Thành Commune of Châu Thành District is one of the units that have been operating effectively, meeting criterion number 13 in terms of production organization in the construction of new rural commune. This cooperative has gradually found new crops and putting them into pilot production, thereby attracting the farmers in and outside the cooperative. The cooperative has surveyed many places to seek for crops that are beneficial to farmers, thereby knowing the clump glutinous rice variety, which help farmers in Long An enrich. Since then, the cooperative has mobilized members in and outside the cooperative to change the structure of crops to sticky rice with a total area of 100 hectares. Hùng Hậu Agricultural Production and Service Cooperative has connected enterprises that are committed to purchase the sticky rice produced by the cooperative at the price close to the market price. Over a period of cultivation, the cooperative has had its own assessment showing the advantages of sticky rice compared to rice. Accordingly, 1 hectare of sticky rice gave revenue of 30 million Vietnam dong, double that of growing rice. In order to prepare for the opening of the 2020 and 2021 school year, the People's Committee of Tay Ninh Province has granted 23 billion Vietnam dong for schools in the province to repair their facilities in the summer of 2020, serving the opening of the new school year. Accordingly, 18 billion Vietnam dong will be evenly distributed to 9 education and training divisions of districts, town and Tay Ninh City. Meanwhile, those schools directly under the Provincial Department of Education and Training will be allocated 5 billion Vietnam dong. With this fund, the schools in the province have actually renovated their own facilities. In order to better serve the teaching and learning, the Provincial Department of Education and Training has also developed a plan to purchase equipment for preschool, equipment for foreign language teaching at primary level, and additional equipment and tools for practice in some subjects for middle and high school levels. Currently, most of the schools are in the completion stage to be ready for the new school year 2020 and 2021. Along with that, the prevention and control of the COVID-19 epidemic for students is also paid special attention by schools in the province.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for sharing with us and see you next time.